This is an Acer E11, a small laptop which, like the name says, it has only 11.6 inches of screen and is very light. It's an ultra light device, like an ultrabook but without the Core i series processor. It only uses a Intel Celeron, but it's actually very fast for the price it has. And one thing that drew a lot of my attention was what they call the precision touchpad. They call it precision touchpad because it's a smooth scrolling touchpad. You can use it, and at least on some applications, it works rather well with zooming. You can zoom in, zoom out, and the scrolling is very good. On Windows 8.1 it works like a charm, and you don't have to do any effort to be able to perform any task. So you can see how comfortable I feel using the touchpad. It's amazingly good, at least for me. I don't know if you feel the same thing, but for me it's very comfortable. This device with only 2 gigabytes of RAM doesn't do very good though, so you have to be very careful when you buy this one, because Windows 8.1 uses like 1.1 gigabytes of RAM, whereas browsers can use even more than that. So what I had to do was to buy a bigger I have to buy a bigger RAM. I had to buy 8 gigabytes of RAM. I could as well buy 4 gigabytes of RAM, but I thought it would be better to have 8 gigabytes of RAM, and I bought them because these things are 64 bits, so they can use it. On this particular case, Celerons and 2830s can use up to 8 gigabytes of RAM, so it has the maximum size of RAM, but it works like a charm, and it never used that much RAM at all since I've been using it, because I only use it with applications that are relevant to me, which aren't games. I have to say it. I don't play games on this thing because it's very small and it's not meant to be used for gaming. You use this device for school. I go to study with this thing. It only weighs 1.25 kilos, which is about 2.75 pounds, and it's made of aluminum. It's very comfortable to carry on. So I would suggest that you buy this one instead of, unless you have to use the Adobe Suite or something that's really processing intensive or GPU intensive. You can use this one, and you don't have to use anything else. I even used it for virtualization. Will be with VMware. It can pull another OS if you have to use test something with VMware, or use NetBeans or Visual Studio. You can use all these things and you won't have any problem. I just wanted to say that it has the standard layout of ports that all laptops have, and the resolution of screen is 1366 by 768. So it's a pretty it looks pretty well because the screen is smaller and the resolution is the same as bigger laptops. So I would recommend that you buy it, especially if you're studying or you don't have much money and you don't play on your notebook. Sorry, it looks like a notebook, so that's why the confusion. And if you have the opportunity, get it. And if you only can get the 2 gigabytes of RAM memory version, get at least 4 gigabytes of RAM and replace it. It's not easy to replace. I have to say it. It's not easy to replace, because if you turn it over, I won't do it right now, you will have to take it all apart. You have to take apart the battery, you have to take apart the hard disk drive, and you have to remove the Wi-Fi. Then, only then, you can turn over the motherboard and will be able to get to the RAM. So that will be it. If you want a small device, you will be safe with this Acer E11, as long as you have enough RAM. With Linux though, it works with some distros. With others, for some reason, it gets stuck. Like Ubuntu, the standard Ubuntu, it can't run it. But Ubuntu works well. So that's my advice. Use this device with no problem. You will love the smooth scrolling. Sorry, and that would be it for now. It's not really slow. You don't always. Sometimes it gets slower because it's a Celeron, but it's not that slow. You won't remember it. You will use it as you would use anything else for browsing. If you browse Facebook, you won't feel that. So just buy it and be happy with it. So thank you for watching.